What's up, guys? I'm Vocal Strike, and welcome back to another episode of Let's Play Final Fantasy IX. Last time, we got Quina in the party. We recruited Quina and got some of their blue magic. Some of it kind of useless. Others, good way of inflicting certain elemental attacks that we just don't have access to yet at this point, and others, well, Mighty Guard that we can't use, and Angel Snack, on the other hand, is by far some of the best abilities in the game. Bar none. I did neglect to mention, and this was my fault, that Frog Drop is arguably Quina's strongest attack if you're willing to put the effort into it. But this time, we are going... I honestly don't know how long this video is going to end up being, but we're going to be looking into Chocobo's Forest this episode. Kupo! I'm Mene, master of this forest. This Chocobo is my friend, Kupo. His name is Choco. And this is Chocobo's Forest. Hey, did a cute girl with long hair come by here? No, but ugly girl came by here. Oh, I guess she didn't come this way. Ugly girl, huh? Maybe she's heading towards Bermesia after all. I'd better get moving. You in a hurry, Kupo? Yeah, sort of. Then take Choco. You won't run into monsters if you ride Choco. Choco, come here. It's okay. Don't force him. No. If Choco hates, Choco runs away. Choco, come on, Kupo. Quit. Fine. I'll just get to the point, Kupo. These are Gasol greens. You can call Choco outside the forest with these. Find Chocobo footprints near the forest, Kupo. Use Gasol greens there and Choco will come. Choco likes you, Kupo. You call and he'll come. Please train Choco. Make him strong. Come back to this forest after you call him in the world. I'll tell you a big secret, Kupo. Received Gasol greens. The Gasol greens are work exactly as he says. Use these on Chocobo footprints, near Chocobo footprints, Chocobo tracks out in the overworld, and you can summon Choco the Chocobo to ride. But it also has a battle ability. Cures Berserk. Item has no effect on the field. Chocobo's favorite food. It says no effect on the field, but really you are using Gasol greens to just summon Choco. That's its only effect on the field. But this is also one of your only ways of curing Berserk. I don't remember if Remedy cures Berserk. I want to say that it does, though. I could be wrong. But just in case it doesn't, you have Gasol greens to do so. Now, fortunately, there are Chocobo tracks just outside the forest. So now, oops, wrong button. We use these Gasol greens, and we can ride Choco! Now, sorry for being quiet there, but I did kind of want you to hear the Chocobo theme in this game. So, just like any other game, if you ride a Chocobo, the song changes over to that game's Chocobo theme. And this one kind of has a bit of like, almost kind of like a tropical or Hawaiian feel to it. But while you're riding Choco the Chocobo, you will never get any sort of encounter. This is kind of the only way in the original game and any other, and the remaster if you don't want to use the cheats, to not get an encounter. No! Now, we can't normally bring Choco into like towns or dungeons or cities or anything like that. We can only use him in the overworld, but we can bring him into certain areas like Chocobo's Forest, and we get rewarded for doing so. Choco, how are you, Kupo? Quack. What do you want, Kupo? What's the big secret? Welcome back, Kupo. I knew you'd get along with Choco, Kupo. Did you know, Kupo? Once Chocobo chooses its master, it follows him forever. Choco ran away from his last master. That guy was mean. Choco didn't like him, Kupo. I helped Choco escape. Now we're living together, Kupo. Here's the thing, Kupo. Choco has the ability to seek out treasures and items hidden underground. But I can't ride Chocobos. Will you help me, Kupo? 60 gil per game. And you keep all the items Choco digs up. I don't want to pay this just yet. Ask me again if you feel like trying later, Kupo. We talk to Choco and we get a little bit of tutorial. We leave, we hop on Choco again. However, we can't access the save Moogle while we're on Choco. So we're gonna have to press the circle button to dismount, and then we can call Maguo. I'm going to save just in case, because the minigame we're about to play is the main focus of this video, of this episode. Yes, it is pennies, but if your luck is bad, you can actually lose all your money. So it's generally a good idea to save before you play, just so that you know, if you ever run out of money, you don't have to start grinding for it again. Good call, Kupo. I'll let you use Choco's ability for 60 gil per minute. Let's give it a try, Kupo. This is Chocobo Hot and Cold. We use the D-pad to move Choco and the square button to dig. When you dig with the square button, Choco lets you know how close you are to a treasure. When he finds it, just dig, 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 Kupo. Quep means there's nothing. Quep means it's far away. Quep means you're close. And Quep means you found something. Rare treasures are buried deep. Once you find something, dig with the square button until depth reaches 0. Oh. And immediately there's something here. So the items you dig up are random, and the location is entirely based on where Choco is standing, not where the beak lands. Come on, I'm close. You have 1 minute per game. But there are specific items that we actually want to find. Once you land on something, just mash the square button until basically the dig spot's HP drops to 0. The death is kind of works like HP. You can find healing items, Gasol greens. This is going to be our main method of digging up Gasol greens, but there are, you can even find ore. There is a very large list, and depending on how deep the item is, does partially depend on its rarity. The locations are random every time, and you kind of just have to search around. But if you find certain items, Mene will give you bonus time. I don't quite remember what the maximum number of items you can find is. But there is a maximum number of items that you can find where Mene says, hey, you found enough. If I let you keep going, I'm gonna run out of business. Which is a bit odd considering that he actually wants us to find certain very specific items. Since we got 4, points are now doubled, and we get 10 extra seconds. And these items that we're looking for are very much worth seeking out. Antidote, anointment, Gasol greens, 4 points. So anointments are a new item. We have no way of buying these yet. Cures trouble. I will be... Oh yeah, you can also check current points. This is the service I offer. I'll give you a point for each item you find. Exchange points for items when you save up enough. You can exchange the points you have gathered for different items. You can get a Vilgant's card, Ether, or... But the more expensive, the better the item. The Protectorine and Robe of Lords is actually really good equipment, but you're really gonna have to grind this out. If you're just doing a personal playthrough, you're probably never gonna grind this out. I will be cutting ahead until we actually find the items that we're looking for. And I will be also showcasing any new items we managed to find. Oh, this is a deep one. Ah, it's 200 gil. So yeah, you can also get money from this. So yeah, you can get money from this, depending on how deep it actually is. And as you play, you see beak level +1. The higher your level, the deeper Choco can go. Stone with patterns, there it is. I matched through this one, so I didn't entirely see what it was, but this is what we're looking for. Another thing I forgot to mention is that as Choco's beak levels up, he will also start digging faster. So he's digging fairly slowly right now. But the more we do this, the faster it's gonna go. What's this stone with patterns? Can I see, Koopo? There's a picture of some location on the stone, Koopo. This place must have tons of treasures. Why don't you go out of the forest and look for this place, Koopo? It's free of charge, of course. Go outside and press the triangle button while you're riding on Choco to choose which stone you want to find, Koopo. You can dig with the square button. I've got an idea, Koopo. Let's call this stone Chocograph from now on. Chocograph? I think Choco's been searching for something all his life. There must be tons of treasures, Koopo. You might find some cards, so you should leave some room in your card inventory, Koopo. We can also look at what the Chocographs from just by talking to Choco here in the Chocobo's forest. And it says Streamside. We are going to want to look at that. So let's select this and then let's leave. So now we basically want to go to the location that is shown on the Chocograph, which looks like it's right around here. Or it's on the other side of the bridge. These locations are always preset, but they will not spawn unless you dig up the Chocograph from the minigame. What treasures they hold is also not randomized. And you don't need to dig up their depths either, you just get them. From this one we get 2 elixirs, 3 high potions, 4 ethers, 2 Germina's boots. So yeah, these things have a bit of a haul. Unfortunately, while we're riding Choco, we also cannot access the menu. So as you can guess, the Germina's boots are a piece of equipment. Alert, HP plus 10%, and Flee. Boots that raises strength, raises earth elemental attack. So, yeah, this is actually kind of nice. I'm gonna go ahead and equip this because it at least teaches him a new ability, which is Alert. I believe this... Actually, no. I think there is another one that's... Another party member that can actually learn this. So, Alert. Prevents back attacks. This basically ensures that the enemy will never have a preemptive strike on you, so long as you have this equipped, but it costs us 4 magic points though. Honestly, I'd say only equip it if you have really nothing else. To really equip. Otherwise, it's not the biggest thing in the world. But hey, it's a new ability. However, we're not done yet. Because that was only one Chocograph that we can get. There are others. There is a total of 24 Chocographs in the game, and we have to find yet another one. However, in order to get the chocographs, you need to find your very first one, which is the stone with patterns. There is another item we want to... there is another item that we actually do want to find in here. And the chocographs that you can find are predetermined. It's just which ones you dig up in what order is random. So basically how you can determine what chocographs spawn in determines how far along you are in the game and which chocobo area you are in. So there is more than just a chocobo's forest. So for this one, counting the streamside chocograph, we have 9 chocographs to find. I'll be right back. Echo screen. Oh, this one's fairly deep. Hey, chocograph piece. That was fast. While yes, the chocographs are considered one of the rarer and deeper items, they're not... I find that they're not too rare, but they can still be a bit hard to find if your luck is bad. So whenever you get like a chocograph or chocograph piece, I recommend that you leave, save, and then come back if you haven't found all the chocographs in an area yet. Oh well. What's this chocograph piece? Can I see, Koopo? It's a fragment of chocograph, Koopo. There's something carved on the back. It's faded, Koopo. I'll put it in key under your item menu. Take a look, Koopo. I think you're supposed to collect the pieces until you complete one chocograph, Koopo. We want to do this. Chocograph piece. There. Danger in the sky. If you dare to face it, use this wreck to find your way. Sid the First. There are a total of... There are a total of 6 chocograph pieces. We actually want to get all 6. Because not only do we actually... I want to say we actually get, like, really good stuff out of it, because it points to a treasure like all the other chocographs do. But it also unlocks an area and access to a very infamous boss. But at this point in the game, you can only get one chocograph piece. Once you have that chocograph or chocograph piece, you cannot dig up a copy of that. So you don't end up wasting your time. It's just taken out of the pool entirely. Oh, this is a deep one. Hey, we found another chocograph. So, something to note, and we got beak level up. So something to note is that you can only grab one chocograph and one chocograph piece per attempt at this game. So if you've dug up the chocograph piece already, then you're not going to... So if you dug up the chocograph and chocograph piece already in one run, you're not going to find another one. Another thing to note is that the game does acknowledge what abilities Choco has, and will only spawn the items where in areas that that Choco can access. So you're never gonna get cheated out of an item. So now I'm gonna save, or I will admit on my personal playthrough, I think between the ore drops from enemies as well as the occasional ore steal, this is basically how I maxed out ores without really trying, was through this game, trying to find all the chocographs and chocograph pieces on my personal playthrough. And ores, I think, is actually one of the more common drops, one of the more common finds. So yeah, you don't even need to try to max out ores. Also, I believe just to note, the chocographs do not appear in your key items at all. They are in a completely separate inventory that can only, / menu that can only be accessed with Choco. It is specifically the pieces that go into your key items. No! That could have been a chocograph. Ah, that's the worst feeling. You find a deep one and you still have chocographs again. That could have been a chocograph, but time ran out. So yeah, as you notice, timer does not stop even while you're digging. So you really are going to want to mash the square button after you find the item. Oh wow. And sometimes you also get something like that if you're lucky, where you go off to find the next item and you're immediately right on top of it. And this is even better because it was a chocograph. There we go, last chocograph. So let's finish up this game. Well, at least the last chocograph we can get right now. But let's finish up this game. And there is something I did forget to mention in the initial explanation of this game. There is never more than one item in play at a time. So you'll never get like 2 items at any given moment. It's always one. So when you dig up one, a new one is placed randomly somewhere else. And it just keeps repeating that. Choco says he can't find any more chocographs here for now. So once you dig up all the chocographs and chocograph pieces in an area that you can dig up for now, Mene will tell you, which is actually really nice. Unfortunately, he doesn't tell you about if new chocographs have spawned in the same area. You're just kind of either gonna have to know when those spawn, or look up a guide, or watch a let's play or a video like mine. So with all of that, this is the final haul I got from the digging up the chocographs. So you mainly get a bunch of Gasol greens, healing items, even Phoenix. You can even get Phoenix pinions from this, which is actually, other than stealing, is actually a pretty good way that you can get them at this point. I even managed to get up to 11 ores from it. But you'll never find equipment. That's the final money count. And now, we go treasure hunting. So, oh yeah, that is also the final beak level. We have level 13. I'm starting to think that Choco doesn't dig faster. It just kind of feels like it because it can dig deeper ones faster by basically digging deeper. So the next one we're going to look for is Between Mountains. Each one also has basically Mene kind of tell you, treat us like the item description. So like Streamside is, go check where the river meets the ocean. Between Mountains, go look near the mountains facing the ocean on the southwest side of the Mist Continent. You can also press the touchpad to bring up Mockster to also kind of give you a bit more of a hint system. So like for Streamside, you're hopeless if you can't find this, Koopo. Try going somewhere you don't usually go, Koopo. So, yeah, you do have a couple of hints with between Mene and Mockster. So, where we want to go is down here for this one. And you will need Choco to dig up these treasures. And again, these treasures do not spawn unless you have the Chocograph dug up. So for this one, you get 5 potions, 5 high potions, 2 tents, and 2 cotton robes. Which is really nice. Okay, Vivi already has a cotton robe. I believe the cotton robes can only be equipped through the mages. And this is better than what Quina currently has, despite the fact they can't learn any abilities, so we're gonna equip it to him. Next, the uncultivated land. The treasure is buried near a river, Koopo, but I don't think it'll be easy to find. Maybe you should leave it alone for now, Koopo. Oh yeah, he also tells you when you don't have an ability to dig up the treasures, because the grayed out ones is the ones we can't get because we don't have that ability yet. But we can get the we can't technically get the uncultivated land because we can access the field at any time. But Moxter is saying that maybe we should leave it alone for now. That is because uncultivated land is near Evil Forest. We can't go back there yet. So we actually have, at least we cannot go back there easily, and I don't think there's any Chocobo tracks near that area. So we actually can't touch this yet. And I believe we also cannot access, we can't access any of the others because we have not reached that part of the continent yet. That area yet. So now we're gonna round this off by going to a new area that is near Chocobo Forest. Okay, and that is over here. Looks familiar, doesn't it? This is the same area that we found, that we saw over at, during the ETE. This is Boden Arch. So around here, they already grabbed the treasure from this. Oh, here it is. We get an ether. And then at the base of this large tree, we get mocha coffee. If you recall correctly, over near Dali's village at the watchtower, the old man there wanted to drink the 3 legendary coffees. Mocha coffee is one of them. This is where you can find it. And we can also drink from this. Water looks clean. Our HP and MP is restored, which is really nice. So hey, free of full heals. Or a free elixir, I guess. Oh, whoop. Before I do that, mocha coffee. Sipping coffee at sunrise is the best thing life has to offer, y'all. Cena, closet lover to cafe. But with that, I am thinking next time on Final Fantasy IX, we enter Gizmaluk's Grotto. Thanks so much for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, hit that bell for notifications so you can stay up to date on all my videos. And please do consider supporting me on Patreon, Pixie Fanbox, and Subscribestar. It really does help me out. You'll be supporting me in the channel, and I'll be able to produce more content for you guys. Links are down in the description as always, and I will see you all in the next episode. Bye.